join Islam, like you already know, they ain't gonna look at you like you really above them. And that's if they was truly believing in what their Quran say, you owe them because it say it. But just showing you has flaws to the Quran, like it said, like it said, the point I was making when it said, the prophet stopped at Muhammad. Okay, if you do the background check on the history, and we doing a background check on who they call Allah, you know what I'm saying, which Allah means power. Okay, God. So, we do his history. His prophet is in every generation. From Genesis, in the Torah, he always had his prophet. Even look, get that in Deuteronomy, what is it? Deuteronomy say I should raise up one among you as your brother. Get that. Because even, Muhammad came out to who they call Jesus. But doing the history of the Torah, right?
So did you believe in Jesus?
Yeah. I know his name wasn't Jesus. His name was Yahushua. We don't believe he God though. We know he the firstborn amongst us. You know what I'm saying? He had a big brother. He was the first spirit created. And then the Lord used him to create all the other spirits. It's just like this. And we don't believe what Christians believe, man. We got to buy it. That's we out here to debunk all them theories that's all. But see, like, I'm gonna let you go. But see, like Farrakhan and them, it's like they was just like with Malcolm, and I don't know if you know the history. Basically, a lot of men got jealous of Malcolm, which Farrakhan came under Malcolm. Malcolm taught Farrakhan. You know, so Farrakhan just rolling with the protocol. But I'm talking about the men like Yusuf Muhammad, you know what I'm saying? Which they really had set Malcolm up for that when he spoke out against Kennedy. Malcolm ain't even get the mention. I forgot what Malcolm was, but Yusuf Muhammad was his captain at the time. He didn't even get a message to Malcolm. But the whole thing was about what's Muhammad's son who took over the nation?
Warwick.
Right. He the one went to Malcolm too, right? Right. See, he came to Malcolm, right? And he basically told Malcolm, because he was righteous, you know what I'm saying? He basically came and told Malcolm what Muhammad was doing. And what Muhammad was doing, I'm talking about Elijah Muhammad. What he was doing. Right. I'm talking about Elijah Muhammad. Yeah. It's his own son came to Malcolm, man. You know what I'm saying? Which Elijah wasn't perfect, but when you do something, you got to own up to it and turn away from it. You know? But his own son came to Malcolm, basically told him, you got the scripture? Yeah. That he was dealing with them young girls. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they went to Elijah private like you do.
He had so many women.
It wasn't about, see, it ain't about the women. It wasn't about the, because it's just like this. Even in the Bible, a man, I don't know if you're with your wife, I don't want to put that out there like that, but we know according to the scriptures, men can have more than one woman, as long as she ain't messing with nobody else.
Right, you have up to four.
Right. So that wasn't the thing with Muhammad. It was the Muhammad stuff.
But at the time, when the nation was born.
Yeah. But the thing was, see, the thing with
but I am gonna have to go, brother. I don't need to cut you off.
But I want you to, hey, if you don't get nothing else, like I just show you the flaws in the Quran. I see you had a lot of Muslims be like, okay, it's some truth to, I'm gonna deal with the truth in the Bible, but it's some flaws in there. We understand it. We know that. That's why we go back into the origin of the word. Get the true understanding. But it's a lot of flaws in the Quran.
Okay. All right, good. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Get that out. All right, bro.
All right, take care.
Later, bro.
All right, this Deuteronomy chapter 18. I'm going to start at verse 17. It said, I'm going to start at verse 15. The Lord thy God will raise up thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me, and unto him ye shall hearken.
Right, man. It's talking about your house shot, man. But like I was telling the brother, man, you know, and this for all you Muslims, man, that think ain't no prophet come out of Muhammad, man. That's a lie, man. Muhammad was an Arab, man. If you a true devout Muslim, you read your Quran, man. You read, what is it, 2nd Surah, Al-Baqarah, verse 121, 122. It tell you that the Lord bestowed his favor upon the Israelites above all the other nations, man. With that one verse alone, show you, so that's the contradiction right there. So how Muhammad gonna be the last prophet, man? Which he wasn't no prophet, because he wasn't even an Israelite. He was an Arab, man. So they show you right there. It's flaws in the Quran, man. It's some truth in there. It's some truth in there. I done read. I know that when it said the Lord bestowed his favor upon the Israelites above all nations, there's truth in there, man. But that's the trickery to it, man. So for you Muslims, man, who try to deal with the truth of the Bible, I'm dealing with the Quran. There's a lot of flaws in the Quran, man. I'm talking to you Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, and Natives. Man, you Negroes who into Islam, man. You know, like that brother admitted, man. Them Arabs on accept him because they know who he is, man. You know? Go ahead, huh? You're going to get Deuteronomy 76, too, man.
Verse 16.
But the Quran came after the Bible, man. Even the Muslims know that. What they'll say, they're going to deal with the Torah. We're going to read in the Torah, man, what it say, man. We above. They believe in the Psalms. They go back King David and them. They believe in the prophets, man. Go ahead, huh? So there wasn't no last prophet Muhammad, man. We a nation of prophets, kings, priests. Man, there been prophets from every generation, man. So ain't no prophet stop at no Arab, man. You wasn't even no prophet, man. Go ahead, bro.
According to all that thou desirest.
But you know, that brother was, you know, we dialogue with brothers like that, man. You know, you weren't finna get into no, you know, all this and that, man. Right, no heated argument or nothing, man. You know, just want the brother to let him know, go check the Quran, man. You know, like he said, he deal with, what'd he say from the door? Elijah Muhammad, this is what they were reading out of. This what we're gathering the people right here. He was reading these words. When you go look at a lot of his speeches, this is what he was reading. Even Malcolm, even today, what Farrakhan read out of, man? The Bible. He don't read out no Quran because there's no relevance to the day, man. What I said, man? Oh yeah, right, cause that brother, he I don't know how old he was, but he old enough. He was around, like he said he went to Chicago to hear Elijah Muhammad speak, man. And this when it was called the Nation of Islam, man. Cause see, what Malcolm sparked for brothers to start searching on their own. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm was a sincere brother, man. Malcolm wasn't about no hypocrisy, man. And he ain't careful. Elijah Muhammad was the top man. But when Elijah Muhammad came and brought it to Malcolm, that Elijah was messing with these young girls, they went to him privately and rebuked him. But then Elijah Muhammad came back to Malcolm's son and came to Malcolm again and told him, my father's still doing this. You know, so that's what it so once Malcolm found out about that, because see, Malcolm was stationed in New York, man. You gotta know your history on it. Malcolm was stationed in New York. Elijah Muhammad was in Chicago, man. So when Muhammad's son came and told Malcolm this, Muhammad felt like Malcolm should know this because he was under him, man. You know? So from that day on, this started the down, and Malcolm called him out for it, man. You know? That's why they show you that in that movie. When Malcolm went to Elijah Muhammad, he didn't do that publicly first, man. The only time when Malcolm started going public against him, he found out they were trying to kill him, man. He found out basically they were secretly trying to knock him out, man. So that's what he just was like. Then he said it, man. He like, y'all ain't finna use me to speak against them, man. He just basically like, I'm finna do my own thing, man. But they started, every weekend they found a power, they were speaking against him, man. So the man just defended himself, but getting back to Muhammad, man. Elijah Muhammad's son came to Malcolm again. When they rebuked him, behind closed doors, he didn't get right. He started doing it. So this man's own son came to Malcolm like he started doing it, man. He started doing this. So that's when the whole dispute came, you know. And from that point on, the plot was to take Malcolm down, man. That was the plot, man. And when the perfect time it came, when Elijah Muhammad had gave the order to all his ministers, man, not to speak out of the death of Kennedy, man. But guess what? Malcolm was on a trip somewhere. and he didn't get the message, man. But his main captain, the one who was supposed to give him the message, but he hated on Malcolm because Malcolm had rebuked him by beating his wife, man. He had got suspended for like a certain amount of time. So from that point, and this is a guy who Malcolm raised up too, man. But the whole thing was just men they had started getting jealous of Malcolm anyway, man. You know, everybody around Malcolm started getting jealous of him, man. And they plotted to knock him out, man. And when they knocked him out, Farrakhan was right there edging it on, man. But they knocked the man out unrighteously, man. You know, but because, and another thing, a week before Malcolm got knocked out, man, he had hooked up with some powerful guys overseas. Malcolm, the week before he got knocked out, though, before he got killed, before he got assassinated, Malcolm was finna go to the UN, man. Ain't nobody else went to the UN. Malcolm was only going to the UN. He was reparations for our people. And then another thing, a week before he got knocked out, he made that speech exposing who was funding the Nation of Islam, man. H.L. Hunt, billionaire white boy from Texas, man. He the one paid for the hit on Malcolm because he was funding the whole Nation of Islam, though, man. And the Nation of Islam was balling at that time, man. They had money, but they ain't know where it was coming from or who was at the head top of it, man. The so-called white man, man. The bewitching of naughtiness had obscured the honest, man. So the whole thing was, H.L. Hunt, like, because, see, Malcolm was a guy they couldn't control, man. He wouldn't let them control him. And he started to expose the hypocrisy in the nation. Another thing Malcolm had a problem with, every time they started the FOI, which they was like basically the military report of the Nation of Islam, man. Malcolm helped train them up. Malcolm we always use them on our own people, but they never use them against the so-called white man. That was another thing Malcolm had a problem with, man. Like, we always beating up other brothers, but when the white man come and do something to us, we never use our tactics on them, man. You know? But the main thing was, Malcolm started to expose the wickedness that was in the Nation of Islam, and he was getting to the point where, like I said, when he exposed the white boy who was really funding them, man, that's when they had to knock him out, man. You gotta do your background check on that, man. Okay, but that's when Pharaoh, like he was saying, when Elijah Muhammad died, Elijah Muhammad's son took over, because he was righteous, you know what I'm saying? He stood in the stead of the righteous. He couldn't do the right thing. But guess who stood up beside him? Farrakhan. And that's why Farrakhan rose into power. He been in the power ever since, man. And them same people that was funding the Nation of Islam, H.L. Hunt, he probably dead now, billionaire, but them same crackers been funding their whole religion since then, man. Just a little history on that whole Nation of Islam, man. And then you got what, because see, like I said, a lot of people broke away from the Nation of Islam. Then they just went like they going into Islam, which Islam, they said means entire submission to God. But if you're a Negro, Hispanic, Latino, and Native American, man, when you read your Quran and say the Lord bestowed His favor upon the Israelite above all other people, man, that end it right there, man. That'll show you the Quran ain't right, man. Cause what the Quran come back and say, Muhammad was the last prophet, man. Muhammad wasn't no Israelite, man. So that's a big contradiction right there, man. But we are the Israelites. But then when they do talk about a black man in the Quran, he called him a slave. He was a slave, man. Who he's a slave to? Them damn Arabs, man. Go ahead,
Alright. Deuteronomy chapter 18, I'm going to start back at verse 15. The Lord thy God, Yahweh thy power, will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee,
right,
of thy brethren.
He always done that, man. But just talking about Yahweh Shai right here, man. Go ahead. Because what did the scripture say? The testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy, man. Go ahead, bro.
Like unto me, unto him ye shall hearken.
Just read up loud. Go ahead, read it up loud.
According to all that thou desirest of the Lord thy God in Horeb. Deuteronomy 18, verse 16. According to all that thou desirest of the Lord thy God in Horeb, and that in the day of the assembly, saying, let me not hear again the voice of the Lord my God, neither let me see this great fire anymore, that I die not.
One thing the brother admitted, them Arabs don't accept him because he's black, man. Because them Arabs know who he is, man. And they don't want him to know who he is, man. And that's what, and guess what? Now you fast forward to, in the early 90s, you got Khalid Muhammad, when she came up on Farrakhan, man. But yeah, it was just like a whole, it was just like Malcolm and Elijah split. Khalid Muhammad and Farrakhan, it was all over again because Khalid Muhammad was sincere. He was loyal and devoted to Farrakhan, man. But he started to peak the hypocrisy in Farrakhan. He like, man, you speaking all this good stuff, but when these white folks come around, you smiling in their face and kissing their ass. But he was mainly talking about the so-called Jews, man. And eventually, man, what they did, same thing like they did Malcolm, man. They suspended Khalid Muhammad. He didn't know what he was suspended for, man. And then he died of some type of cancer, man, but they off him, man. Now you watch videos of Khalid Muhammad, man, he was going hard at them so-called Jews, man. He was showing up at their little conventions or what they had something. He was showing up speaking against them, man. They were finna mess the Nation of Islam mind on. So you know they told Farrakhan, man, y'all gotta get rid of this guy, man. He was sincere about that truth, man. So you always had sincere brothers that join all type of organizations, man. And they really about that. They really was about what they were preaching, man. You know, and they seemed to. It always be with the leadership, though, man. Because everything started from the top, man. Go ahead. That's just the history on the Nation of Islam. I see. And that's what a lot of young brothers do that now, man. I'd be like, you with Farrakhan? They kind of like, yeah. Then I give them the history. Then they be like, nah, man, I'm just with the Islam. I ain't with the Nation of Islam, man. But it'd be better to be with the Nation of Islam than to go to the Islamic stuff, man. Just out of that too, man. But you neither one of them. We the Israelites according to the Bible. Go ahead, huh? You want to keep reading on it? Huh? Now, if you told him to stay there, then. Oh, okay.
This is Deuteronomy 18, verse 17. And the Lord spake, saying unto me, they have well spoken that which they have spoken.
Right, man, because all the other nations want a part in our blessings, man. And they not going to get it, man. This Galatians 4, man. They not going to get it, man. Go ahead, huh?
I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren.
But the point I was making, man, because see, like when Malcolm went over there, Malcolm ain't really see what Khalid Muhammad saw, man. Like that's what but see, it was like the knowledge, like we went and started into early. In the fullness of age, the knowledge started to get increasing. So Malcolm went over there in like the 60s, man. I think Khalid probably went over there. Later on in time, like in the 80s or something. I could have the dates wrong, 80s, 90s. But Khalid Muhammad was like, all due respect to you, Malcolm, rest in peace. But I ain't see the same thing you saw. Like Malcolm, like he went over there and saw like all the Islam with all different colored skins and they loved each other as one. Khalid Muhammad was like, no, I saw the same racism over there that I seen over here. But it's just the Arabs was hating on our people, man. And that brother confirmed, he said the same thing, man. And I see it today, though, man. In the neighborhood we stay in, you got a Jake. You got Jake. He consider himself a Muslim, which he worked for the Arabs. They don't treat them like they treat them, they other Arab Muslim brothers that come in there. You know what I'm saying? They worked it, huh?
They don't treat Jake. Jake worked.
Right.
Treat Jake like
Right. Right, exactly. They don't give him a ride home or none of that, man. You know? And I preach this to them all the time, man. Let them know, man. Go ahead, huh?
Deuteronomy 18 and 18. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die.
So let me say this, man. If the prophet stopped at Muhammad, the Arab, man, where they great prophets of men at now, man? Where they at, man? Breaking down, prophesying, man. Where they at, man? But they steady oppressing our people, man. No prophet start or stop with no Arab, man. We got the history of Ishmael in the Bible, man. Go ahead, do we need to get that? Nah, go ahead, man.
Verse 21.
So if you a Negro, man, if you a so-called Negro, or Hispanic, Latino, or Native American, man, or Islam is your religion, man, and if you really believe that the prophet stopped at Muhammad, man, what that saying about you, man? When the Bible tell you, when the Quran tell you that the Lord bestowed favor upon you above all the nations, so how did he gonna stop with the prophet with them? If the prophets did stop, it would have stopped that with one of us, man. Go ahead,
Verse 21. And if thou say in thine heart, how shall we know the word which the Lord hath not spoken? When a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Lord hath not spoken.
And then guess what? And then what do they say? Muhammad ascended into the heavens on the Pegasus, right there in Jerusalem, where the dome of the rock is, man. Where did they get? Like I was asking him, man, where all these stories come from first? The Bible, man. Say Moses came to Muhammad in a cave and gave him his word. That sounds like one of our Bible stories, man. We show you the Quran was written off the Bible, man. Go ahead,
But the prophet hath spoken it presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him.
Come on, man. And ain't no prophet stop at Muhammad, man. Get on. Right, Muhammad wasn't no prophet, man. Pick back up where we was at, Romans.
Is it Romans?
Now see how the spirit worked though. You see the scripture I had told him to go, like the scripture had came out before he even walked over here. 1 Timothy 4:12. And that was set up perfect for him, because he walked right into it. When it said despise, let not no man despise your youth. Get back on that, Get that 1 Timothy 4:12. Get 1 Timothy 4:12. Now see, he was older than us, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was older than you, but he probably was. No, Jake was looking young. Probably like he about in his 50s, Go ahead,
This 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 12. Let no man despise thy youth,
right,
but be thou an example of the believers in word, in conversation.
Right, man. So we examples of the believers in word and conversation, man.
In charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity.
And that's another thing, man. All the Muslims, man, they claim they believe in the Torah, man, but they don't know none of them wear their beards, man. All of them keep that clean shaved face, man. But none of them wear their beards, man. That's why Paul said, be an example. Read it again. See, we an example, man. We're going to be examples for our people, man.
1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 12.
They might don't eat pork, but they be eating catfish and all other type of abominable food, man. Right. Like the brother said, smoking cigarettes, man. So we ain't gonna let nobody despise our youth, man. Go ahead,
Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in purity, in faith, in purity. Till I come, give attendance to reading, to extortion, to doctrine. Exhortation, Shalaki. Read that over. Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to a doctrine. Keep going.
Jeremiah 16 and 16. Because just think about it, man. You got a book, and it's saying ain't no prophets. You know, the last prophet was Muhammad. Who you think, bro? Who you think came up with that part of it? And Muhammad is a damn Arab, man. That's like I told him. Yeah, there's clerical errors in the Bible. It's all type of stuff in the Bible that we dissect and get it right, man. But the Quran is so pure. Get out of here, man. Go ahead, bro.
It's Jeremiah chapter 16.
Wait, should inherit, the Gentiles ever inherit the lands? It's probably verse 17.
Yeah, it's in this. I'm gonna start at this Jeremiah 16, verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Right, man, because see, this is another thing, like you Muslims, I ain't talking about the Nation of Islam, y'all claim y'all believe in the prophets, the books of the prophets of God, man, you know. It was Jeremiah the prophet, man. Go ahead.
But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
Right, man. That brought up the children of Israel, just like the Quran say. Al-Baqarah 121, second Al-Baqarah, second Surah 121, 122. The Lord restored His favor upon the Israelites above all the other nations, man. Jeremiah the prophet saying the same thing, man. Go ahead, so them Slavic, so them Arabs, man. They should be bowing down to you, man. If you consider yourself Islam part of their religion, they should be saying, you the Israelite, you above us. They ain't gonna do it. They look at you like you under them, man. Show you that religion is some BS, man. Go ahead, bro.
But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither He had driven them. And I will bring them again into their own, to the land that I gave unto their fathers.
Right.
Behold, I will
to the land He gave unto our fathers, man. Who was our fathers? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Which they were so-called Negroes, man. Not no Arab, man. Go ahead.
Behold, I will send for many fishers.
Why he ain't had no Arab prophet during these times, man? Cause there wasn't no damn Arab prophets, man. Go ahead.
Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them.
So we fishing right now, man. We fishing for the elect of our people, man. Go ahead.
And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks.
Right, so we fishing right now, man. But the soon the Lord gonna turn us into hunters, man. And at that time, if you can't accept this truth and receive who you are, man, you know, a lot of people gonna wake up at this time too, man. If you one of them guys that wanna hold the so-called white man up, it ain't gonna be no hope for you in that day, man. Go ahead, I wanna steal, or want the Arabs to think the Arabs cool with you and your brother, man. Ain't gonna be no hope for you in that day neither, man. But it tell you in that day, everybody gonna be forced to return to their own people anyway, man. But you still gonna just have some people wanna cling to the white man. White man gonna end up knocking them out, man. Go ahead,
For mine eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from mine eyes. And first I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double, because they have defiled my land. They have filled my inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things.
The Arabs defiled our land, man. So how can you be calling the Arab your brother, man? Not even talking about the so-called white man, man. Because just you admit the Arabs had us as slaves, they do is just worse than the so-called white man. It don't matter. That ought to show you right there that religion is some BS. Because the only time they speak of a so-called Negro in the Quran is they call him a slave, man. Go ahead, bro.
O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction.
Who he was a slave to at that time, man? The Arabs. Muhammad people. Go ahead.
The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies,
right,
vanity, and the things which there is no profit.
Right, man. Go Like it was said, they inherited land, man. Go ahead, Deuteronomy 33. What you just delete a video from where?
It's not an older video.
Older video. What day was on?
That was 2016.
So the video on there? I just trying to make sure you.
No, I ain't touched the one today.
Verse 27.
Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 27. The eternal power is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. He shall thrust out the enemy from before thee,
Right.
and shall say, destroy them.
Right. So this is we gonna turn into hunters, man. Go ahead. And this gonna, hey, Arabs, Africans, all y'all, man. All y'all gonna get it, man. The so-called white man. Lord gonna thrust the trial out before the nation of Israel, man. And say thrust them. What he say? He said what? Slay them?
And destroy them.
Say destroy. He gonna say destroy y'all. Go ahead.
Israel then shall dwell in safety alone.
So just like the Quran said, he bestowed his favor upon Israel. What the Bible say? This talking about the end times right here. Israel then gonna dwell in safety alone, man. They know Arabs gonna be dwelling in safety. They gonna be in the field, man. Just like all the other nations. They're going to be building up our kingdom. Go ahead, huh?
The fountain of Jacob shall be upon a land of corn and wine. Also his heaven shall drop down dew.
Right, man. So we're going to be taken back to our own land. And it's going to be a fruitful land. Go ahead. Because we just read how they defiled our land, man. Go ahead. Right, man, because another thing, man. They don't talk about them Arabs used to have our women, man. They used to have harem, how you say it, harem. They just had a chamber with all our women, man. They used to molest our little boys, man. There was a lot of stuff the Arabs did. Just look up, it's a book called Slavery in the Arab World. And we ain't got the history of the slavery of the Arabs in the Bible, man. Who you think Joseph was sold to when it said the Midianites? They were the Arabs, man. When the brother sold Joseph into slavery, it was the Arabs who they sold him into slavery. When they took him to Egypt, man. Go ahead, they show you that in the movie, Gladiator, man. When they kicked Russell Crowe out of the kingdom. Russell Crowe represented Septimius Severus. When the Romans, so-called Romans, they called themselves killing them, and they threw them out. And they picked them up, man. Arabs, they were coming through with the slaves, you know what I'm saying? Arabs picked them up, changed them up, and turned them into a gladiator, man. Go ahead, right?
Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee.
Right, so going back into that verse in the Quran again, happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee, man. So that's what we got here to tell our people. You ain't no Muslim, man. You're an Israelite, man. When you call yourself a Muslim, you taking yourself from the top to the bottom, man. That's all you doing, man. When you start saying you're an Israelite, it's making you above all the other nations. You saying you're a Muslim, that's either bringing you down on their level or bringing you up under them, man. The Quran say we above them, man. So you got to live to that standard, man. You're an Israelite, man. Go ahead, bro.
O people saved by the Lord, the shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellency? And thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee.
You believe in the Bible? You do? Huh? You believe what?
Say, read the sign.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
And thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee.
Read that again.
Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee, O people saved by the Lord,
Right.
the shield of thy help.
Yeah, did you finish reading the sign, bro?
Yeah.
These are chosen people of the Lord, of God right here. These are the only people gonna be saved. Go ahead.
The shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellency?
Right, the shield of our help and the sword of our excellency. Go ahead.
And thine enemies shall be found liars unto thee.
See, your enemies gonna be found liars unto thee, man. Who you think's talking about the prophet Muhammad? Muhammad was the last prophet. Ain't gonna be no prophet after him, man. Your enemies, man. He say your enemies shall be found liars unto thee, man. Who are our enemies? All these other nations, man. The Arabs are our enemies. Go ahead. We gonna get Galatians 4. I don't even want to get it, but we got you.
And thou shalt tread upon their high places.
We gonna tread upon their high places, man. We gonna go to, hey, wherever our enemies at, we tread upon their high places. So-called Arabs got Dubai, all that, man. Dubai they say Dubai make America's greatest city look like the damn projects, man. But we gonna tread upon y'all high places, man. Like you said, your enemies shall be found liars unto thee, man. Hey, how you doing, sister? Stop.
Hey, how y'all doing?
All right, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. By any chance, y'all ain't got 50 cents or $1 on y'all, do y'all? Alright. Y'all have a good day, okay?
Oh, you want me to start? We're gonna start talking about the Galatians chapter 4, verse 21.
For all you Muslims, this story right here started in Genesis 17 because you Muslims believe in a Torah, man. So you get the same story after Torah. It's just Galatians breaking it down even better, man. Because the Old and the New Testament say the same thing, man. Go ahead, man.
Tell me, ye that desire to be under the law, do ye not hear the law?
You that desire to be under the law, do you not hear the law? Go ahead.
For it is written that,
Read verse 1.
Galatians chapter 4, verse 1. Now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, differeth nothing from a servant.
Salaki. Read Galatians verse 3. Chapter 3, verse 1. Let's say, there it is.
Galatians chapter 3, verse 1.
See that he's in here. He know what time it is. He see us on the blind. He want to put them on the spot. He's going to focus. They know what time it is, man. Like I said, your enemies shall be found liars. Our enemies going to be found liars unto us, man. How they going to be found liars unto us once you receive the truth? You'll be like, they've been lying to us the whole time, man. We the people, man. Go ahead. Just like what the Arab say 2 weeks ago, y'all African Americans don't even know where y'all came from, the land y'all came from. He wouldn't call us Israelites. We playing a little dumb. He knew a lot of stuff. He was just playing dumb. That's how them Arabs do. But like you said, they're gonna be found liars unto us. They're our enemies, man. But going back to the point of Khalid Muhammad, because I don't think I finished making, well, he said he went and visited over there in Mecca, because he thought he was gonna see the same thing that Malcolm saw, but he like, nah, I saw a whole different picture, man. Arabs was treating our people like nothing over there, man. Go ahead, huh?
Galatians chapter 3, verse 1. O foolish Galatians.
Man, that's what Malcolm kind of went off at. He had them Arabs coming over here, you know what I'm saying, like they was some, but Malcolm was using them at the same time too, man. Go ahead, huh?
O foolish Galatians, who have bewitched you?
Because those Arabs can't, so-called Arabs can't teach us nothing, man. Y'all can't teach nothing when it come to the word of the Most High, man. When we start showing y'all self in this Bible, man, Ishmael, y'all don't want to claim to that, man. Y'all don't want to cling to y'all true identity. Y'all go ahead.
O foolish Galatians, who have bewitched you? that ye shall not obey the truth, before whose eyes Yahweh Shai HaMashiach have been evidently set forth.
Because I'm gonna say this too, man. I talked to a Muslim, man, at another store. He an East Indian, and he counted feathers. He was like Muhammad, and he was saying Jesus, cause Jesus, the word called Jesus, he all through the Quran, man. So I was trying to tell him, look, man, Muhammad don't compare to Jesus, man. And then he found was like, man, he was like, okay, he was like, I kind of feel why you saying this, because he like Jesus' name, who the word called Jesus. He like Jesus' name in the Quran way more than Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, I can see why you say this. So just thinking on all the Muslims I talk to, other nations, man. Go ahead. That's another thing in the history. That's when the Nation of Islam came about. Because first you had Marcus Garvey, and he got, I don't know, I forget the history on what happened to him, how he got, no. But then after Marcus Garvey rose up, Drew Ali, which they had the House of the Moors, like you saying. And this the modern day Moors. Going back into how the Nation of Islam got started over here, man. It was like I said, millions that was under Marcus Garvey after Marcus Garvey died. You had Drew Ali, had the schools of the Moorish science, man. It was something like that. You had Drew Ali, and he had another guy who they was the two top leaders. They ended up beefing with each other. One of them get killed. And I forget what happened to the other one, but this who Fareed Muhammad come out of that school, man, with Drew Ali there, man. But Fareed Muhammad was the one that brought the whole Nation of Islam thing to Elijah Muhammad, man. They was actually Elijah Muhammad, man, was actually saying Fareed Muhammad is God on earth, man. That's what they think. He came in the flesh as Fareed Muhammad. Fareed Muhammad looked straight like a damn white boy, man. You can tell he wasn't no white boy. Go ahead. But it was all set up, man. All this was set up because all this stuff springing out during the time of when light started entering into the body of our people, Revelation 18, man. You know, our people started to remember themselves. It was coming, and truth they were starting to get certain truth. So the white man had to throw something out to put a monkey wrench in the game, man. He came with that Nation of Islam, man. Because during this same time, you had the Nation of Islam, you had the Israelites. Cause see, you know how the elders talk about Abba Bivens, how he went out there teaching the Muslims and they whooped him. See, all this was going on back then. They go back to what Malcolm was saying, like, we always whooping our own people, but we ain't put our hands on their crap again, you know what I'm saying?
They'll attack the black belt. They'll attack a lot of people. There's no accountability. So I'll attack the people.
Right. They was down with the play, man. They was down with the play, man. Like he was saying, you never got no, but the Muslims say, oh, they knew what was going to happen to us. They were scared of us. You know, they knew what was going to happen. That was the Muslims to say. Shit, the Black Panthers were ready too, man. The Black Panthers was taking action. The Black Panthers were having shootouts with the police, man. We ain't had no accounts of the Muslims doing none of that, man. Like you say, attack by the so-called white man. Because the so-called white man was funding that whole thing, man. And still funding it, man. Muhammad's son tried to do the right thing. They pushed him out of the way. They put Farrakhan. Muhammad's son came and took over the nation. Took over. And then that's when Farrakhan stepped up and started his thing. And Farrakhan the one rose to the power seat, man. Go ahead. And I think Elijah Muhammad's son, he was one of his sons. His name is still Alabama. You know what I'm saying? They know him. He knew him how his father was down with getting them knocked out, man. But just like what Malcolm say. But it show you in the movie, man. That's another thing too. You had Captain Yusuf Shaw. This was Malcolm Captain. But his first cousin, and it show you that in that movie, Muhammad Ali. His first cousin, John Ali. This nigga was he was the national secretary and I think spokesman for the Nation of Islam. This nigga was a federal agent, man. He was a federal agent. Came out. That's why it show you. In that movie, Muhammad Ali movie, man. Because see, they done Muhammad Ali the same way, man. They turned Muhammad Ali against Malcolm, man. And then when Muhammad Ali realized Malcolm was gone, man. But they had turned Muhammad Ali. They told Muhammad, you either with Malcolm or with us, man. But see, they had tricked Muhammad Ali, made him think he was doing the right thing, man. But going back into the Muhammad Ali movie with Will Smith, it showed you that, man. Malcolm was over there on the east. He was over there on the east visiting. I think this during the time when this Thrill in Manila, man, or whichever. I don't know which fight it was, but that's when Muhammad had this fight over there in Africa. Him and Malcolm got a chance to talk and meet and talk, man. And it shows you then that the Nation of Islam had a federal agent amongst their people, man, because they show you in the movie CIA came to him like, what's taking y'all so long to kill Malcolm, man? So it just show you, man. You know what I'm saying? How all the organizations that rose up, man. The white man infiltrated them, but the Nation of Islam, man, he was controlling it, man, from the top, man. He was funding it, man. Go ahead. That's why Elijah Muhammad was like, don't speak out against Kennedy. What was so special about Kennedy? Why? What made it so wrong? But Malcolm said the chickens came home to roost. They did, man. Go ahead. Read that verse 1 again.
Galatians chapter 3, verse 1. O foolish Galatians, who have bewitched you, that you should not obey the truth, before whose eyes Yahweh Shah Hamashiach have been evidently set forth.
Oh, foolish Galatians, who have bewitched you, that you should not obey the truth, man. So our people been bewitched, man. Going back into that bewitching of naughtiness, do obscure the honest, man. So our people been bewitched with this whole Islam thing, man. Read it again, huh?
O foolish Galatians, who have bewitched you, that you should not obey the truth, before whose eyes Yahweh Shah Hamashiach have been evidently set forth, crucified among you.
Right, because what did he say? Y'all believe in Jesus? Yeah, we believe in Jesus, but we believe in Yahweh. His real name is Yahweh Shah. Of course we do. Right, and he spoken of in the Quran way more than Muhammad. What did that show you? He above Muhammad. But who is Muhammad, man? Go ahead. Yeah, that go back to chapter 4. But who bewitched you, man? I see that's going to what we start off with, man. People been bewitched, man. But that's what we out here for, man. Because he knew some stuff. But you see how I was going to most stuff he didn't know on the Nation of Islam, man. You know? He's supposed to know all about that, man. Especially as old as he is. He into Islam. You need to know the history of everything about what he into, man.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know what happened. that guy was up here.
I was trying to get this.
She didn't tell me what she needed.
I was phone. So I called her back.
All right, this is Galatians 4, verse 21. Tell me, ye that desire to be under the law, do ye not hear the law?
Right.
For it is written that Abraham had 2 sons.
He brought up Abraham, Isaac, and Moses. So, and then he brought up the Torah, which is the law. So tell me, ye that desire to be under the law. Go ahead, read that again.
For it is written that Abraham had 2 sons.
Read that before that again.
No. Tell me, ye that desire to be under the law,
Right.
do ye not hear the law?
Which we know Paul was talking to our people, but we still go for you so-called our people who want to claim Muslims, man. Y'all believe in the Torah, part of the law is the Torah, man. The law is in the Torah, man. Leviticus, Deuteronomy, Exodus, go ahead.
For it is written that Abraham had 2 sons,
Right.
the one by a bondmaid, the other by a free woman.
Right.
But he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh.
But he born under the bond woman, man. This the beginning of Muhammad right here, man. Who they want to call the Prophet Muhammad. This is the beginning right here, man. He came out of the loins of Abraham, man. And guess what? Right back in Al-Bukhari, right up under them verses, when they say he bestowed favor upon the Israelites, he go into this right here, man. He go into Ishmael, man. Showing you this where that came from. That's why I told him the Quran was wrote off the Bible. Take lands back from the Abraham. Why you think the same stories in there, man? Which one was wrote first? He know it was the Torah. Boy, prove it, man. Go ahead. The Quran can't touch the Bible, man. Go ahead, huh?
But he of the free woman was by promise,
Right.
which things are an allegory. But these that are the 2 covenants,
And this gonna prove, the scriptures coming up gonna prove who Ishmael, where he come from. Go ahead.
for one from Mount Sinai with gender to bondage.
Right, man. One from Mount Sinai was general to bondage. Now it's gonna tell you where Mount Sinai is. Go ahead.
Which is Agar. For this Agar is Mount Sinai in Arabia.
In Arabia, man. So this you Arab. This prove that you Arab. This Ishmael, man. Go ahead. And y'all know that, man. Y'all know y'all come from Ishmael. Y'all know y'all history. Go ahead.
And answer to Jerusalem, which now is and is in bondage with her children.
Right. We in bondage with our We in bondage with our children. Our land in bondage. We still in bondage, man. Go ahead. And during this time we was in bondage, man. Under the roses. Same people. Go ahead.
But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
Come.
For it is written, rejoice thou barren that bearest not. Break forth and cry, thou that travailest not.
Right.
For the desolate have many more children than she which have a husband.
Right. We got the husband. Yahushua is our husband. But it's like the desolate, which is everybody who ain't under the promise. They doing better than us right now. That's why I said they had way more children. That ain't just talking about on a physical standpoint, man. It's just talking about on the condition we in, man. Go ahead. Well, right. Sign of they being fruitful.
Now we brethren, as Isaac was, are the children of promise.
Now we brethren, as Isaac were the children, we the children of promise. Go ahead.
But as then, he that was born after the flesh persecuted him that was born after the spirit.
Right.
Even
so that's what Khalid Muhammad went over there and saw. That's what the brother acknowledged, man. So see, I wish he could have got all these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? He had to go. Then the camera cut off, but still for edification's sake, man. Showing him the New Testament is on point, man. The New Testament is still the word of the most so-called New Testament, man. Because he acknowledged that this scripture right here, read it again. He that is born after the flesh. Same way you said.
But as then he that was born after the flesh persecuted him that was born after the spirit.
So that's why them Arabs persecuted us, man. Believe Muhammad saw it. This brother we was sitting up here, he know it. He had the experience, man. Go ahead. They was born to persecute us, man. Yeah. We don't know if he been over there, man. Oh, he did? Okay. But he probably dealt with Arab. And he go around, he's from Detroit. They full of the Arab, you know what I'm saying? But he said they treat. It's a mission, Detroit.
Even so it is now.
Even so it is now. So it was back then, and now. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, what saith the scripture?
Nevertheless, what said the scripture? What scripture is talking about? Genesis the 17th chapter, man. The Torah for you Muslims, man.
Cast out the bondwoman and her son.
Cast out the bondwoman and her son. Cast out the Arabs, man. These Islamic Arabs, man. The Quran said that you above them, man. Go ahead.
For the son of the bondwoman shall not be heir with the son of the free woman.
Yeah, that the son of the bondwoman ain't gonna be heirs with us, man. They're gonna be under us, man. They're gonna be slaves to us. They're not gonna be heirs with us. Go ahead.
So then, brethren, we are not children of the bondwoman, but of the free.
Right, we children of the free woman. That's it.
Yeah.
Get on. Get Jeremiah 30, 14. You guys see the Jake at the store who a Muslim. He be like, "What you got for me today?" You know what I'm saying? I told him go read Jeremiah 30 and come back and holler at me when he get through. He ain't been back yet. It's been about 3-4 months. First 4-5 days, I know he read it. Like, he gonna go right. He study. Even when I brought the names to him, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, he went back to the Arabic, then he went back to the Paleo. He admitted. You know what I'm saying? You know, all out like, nah. He started putting Paleo on his phone. He was really studying the Paleo. He probably know it better than me. That guy, he gonna study. You know what I'm saying? He gonna go in. But Muslims, so-called with a Muslim, they claim they believe in the prophet. So I just told him to read Jeremiah 30 and then come back and we're gonna elaborate on it. He never came back. You know why? Because when he got to that time of Jacob's trouble, that's what I want him to read. Because he just like, give me something to read today. Right? He ain't talking about that yet. Go ahead. So this is you Muslims, man.
It said start at 14.
That's it, ain't all that is.
Yeah.
Store the boy there, you right. Thy wound is incurable. Where you at?
I'm going to start at 11.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah 30, verse 11. For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee.
He with Israel, just like we read, man. Israel should dwell alone in safety then. And all our enemies we're gonna tread upon all the high places. Where all our enemies should be found liars unto us, but we're gonna tread upon all their high places, man.
Jeremiah 30, verse 10. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob,
Right.
saith the Lord.
Israel. So Jacob's name was changed to Israel in the book of Genesis, man. So here we go again in the Torah again, the Torah, you know. Here we go again for you Muslims, man. To show you, man, don't nothing to stand the test of this book right here.
Neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar.
Right, don't be dismayed, man. The Lord finna save us from afar, man. Go ahead, you don't gotta be going no damn Mecca, walking around no rock, man. Then trying to be friends with the damn Arabs, man. You don't even know, man. You knew the history. My little cousin was like that when he came out of jail, man. But guess what? I showed him that scripture in the Quran. Then don't you know, about a week later he came to me talking about, let me see that Quran. I told him I ain't have it. He wanted to read it. But guess what? It's been about 3-4 months now. He coming back like, cuz, I see everything you saying right, cause his daddy on this now. So his daddy, he getting to sit and tell his daddy breaking it down to him, man. So this for you damn Muslims, man. Of our people, man. time to come out of that